Good morning, my name is Matthew Hugo from Weather Commerce, and this is this morning's weather briefing on Monday the 21st of March. Today's weather brief will cover a summary on the West European 5-day average temperatures, the UK, Europe, Scandinavian precipitation, and finally global weather alerts. We're now taking a summarised look at the mean surface temperatures across Europe, and between days 11 and 15 there is reasonable model consistency and agreement for temperatures to be around 2 or 3 degrees above climate averages, as a mild, if not very mild, southwesterly air mass dominates across most areas. So as a quick reminder, the best performing model is shown in yellow, and the temperature value within the middle of the pie charts is the climate average. Days 6 and 10, there is model agreement for temperatures to be around 2 or 3 degrees below climate averages, but perhaps as much as 4 to 5 degrees below climate averages across more eastern areas of Europe, as rather cold weather dominates the weather. And finally, between days 2 and 5, there is high confidence, given model agreement and consistency, for temperatures across most of Europe to be very close to climate averages, with temperatures within 1 or 2 degrees of climate norms. And now taking a look at the United Kingdom, and over the next 2 to 5 days there is very good model agreement, and as a result high confidence for temperatures to be slightly above climate averages by around 1 or 2 degrees Celsius, as high pressure brings a settled period of weather to the United Kingdom. Within the medium range, towards the weekend of the 26th and the 27th, confidence levels are medium to high given model agreement and consistency from previous days for temperatures to drop and become around 1 or 2 degrees below climate norms, as a rather cold north or northwesterly air mass potentially develops across the UK. The following weather chart for Saturday the 26th of March helps to illustrate why temperatures may become 1 or 2 degrees below climate averages as an area of high pressure develops to the west of the UK and combines with an area of low pressure over Scandinavia to introduce a colder north or northwesterly air mass. These colder conditions are currently not expected to last for very long, and into the opening few days of April, confidence levels are medium or perhaps medium to high given model agreement and consistency for temperatures to recover and become around 1 or 2 degrees above a climate average of around about 8 degrees Celsius. We're now taking a look at the predicted European temperatures, and starting between the days 11 and 15, and model agreement is evident, and as a result confidence levels are quite high for an area of high pressure to become influential across parts of southern areas of Europe and introduce a mild west or southwesterly air mass with temperatures around 2 or 3 degrees above climate averages, but particularly across central and western areas of Europe in particular. This temperature trend is evident on the latest France model comparison graph, and as you can see within the highlighted circle that into the opening few days of April, temperatures do become around 2 or 3 degrees above climate averages, and there is reasonable model agreement for this predicted temperature trend. During the middle of the forecast period, between days 6 and 10, there is relatively high confidence once again, given model agreement and consistency from the last few days and even into the previous week, for temperatures across most of Europe to be near, if not slightly below climate averages by 2 or 3 degrees. However, parts of Switzerland, Germany and Austria and other areas of Eastern Europe are forecast to have temperatures potentially 4 to 6 degrees below climate norms. The latest Austrian model comparison graph also helps to illustrate this situation, and as you can see towards and beyond the weekend of the 26th and 27th, there is good model agreement for temperatures to be 4 to 6 degrees below a climate average of around 10 degrees Celsius. Within the short term, over the next 2 to 5 days, confidence levels are high for temperatures to be very close to climate averages and generally be within 1 to 2 degrees of climate norms across most areas. We're now taking a look at Scandinavian precipitation, and over the next 5 to 7 days there is very good model agreement and consistency for excessive amounts of rainfall to be expected across many western and northwestern areas of Norway, as very unsettled conditions dominate the weather. Here, up to and over 150 millimetres of rainfall is possible, which is greater than 400% of normal. In contrast, many areas of Sweden and also Finland are forecast to have precipitation totals generally near to climate norms. Within the longer term, as we finish March and move into the opening week of April, there is a signal for precipitation totals to be either near or slightly below climate norms, but particularly across Sweden and also northern areas of Finland. We're now taking a look at global weather alerts, which highlight significant deviations from normal. And over the next 5 to 7 days at least, there is very good model agreement for temperatures to be below or well below climate averages across the majority of China and also across into Japan. Parts of China in particular may experience temperatures at least 8 to 10 degrees below climate norms, as very cold conditions dominate the weather. Some further very heavy precipitation is forecast across western parts of the United States, and over the next 5 to 7 days in particular, parts of central and northern areas of California may experience up to and over 5 to 6 inches of rainfall, which is comfortably above 400 to 600% of normal, as low pressure and unsettled conditions bring the risk of localised flooding. In contrast, many central and southern areas of Australia are forecast to have precipitation totals well below climate averages, with less than 25% of normal totals across most areas. Some central areas in particular may have little or no measurable rainfall over the next 7 to 10 days at least. Thank you for listening to today's weather brief. Goodbye.